Hi everybody, welcome back to Daily Dose at Home. My name is Lauren and I'm part of the visitor engagement team here at the Calgary Zoo. Today we are inside Penguin Plunge, one of the most incredible habitats here at the Calgary Zoo. Penguin Plunge opened in 2012 and is home to 5 different species of penguin: kings, gentoos, northern rockhoppers, southern rockhoppers, and Humboldt penguins. Today on your Daily Dose, you heard Nathan, our manager of building operations, talk a little bit about the incredible building that houses this habitat. And today, I'm going to take you on a bit of a deeper dive into the penguin pool. Now, I'm not diving in the penguin pool. That thing's 5 to 7 degrees, way too cold for me. But we're going to talk about the pool, its filtration system, and everything that goes into keeping the penguins healthy and safe. I am standing right now on a bridge between 2 sides of the penguin pool. This is actually one big pool. There are actually tunnels in the floor that allow the penguins to swim back and forth and be on either side of the habitat. The Penguin Plunge pool is 144,000 liters. That's a lot of water, and it is constantly moving. The water is always draining down through the floor and through the skimmers at the surface, heading into the penguin filtration system, and then coming back into the pool. We're going to take a visit into that penguin filtration system and learn everything that goes into keeping the penguin pool clean, cold, and healthy. And that's what the penguins need to be healthy and successful here at the Calgary Zoo. So come on with me, we're going to head into the penguin filtration system. Welcome to the Penguin Plunge water filtration system, which cleans both the indoor and the outdoor pools. So you'll see 2 different sets of equipment, one for the outdoor and one for the indoor. Today we're mostly going to talk about the indoor penguin pool filtration system. When the water first leaves the penguin habitat, we need to remove all of the large material, which includes things like leftover bits of fish, penguin poop, and most importantly, feathers. The feathers come from when penguins are molting. Once a year, every penguin goes through something called a catastrophic molt, which means that they molt all of their feathers and replace them with new ones, and that's a normal part of their life cycle. But with 50 feathers per square inch per penguin, there are a lot of feathers to remove. So the skimmers first take out all of those large pieces.
Okay, so we're going to clean the penguin skimmers, which collect all of the different feathers from the birds and any uneaten fish food or pieces of fish poop that could come through. So first we're going to shut down the pools. So we go into our menu through the RCK control system. We will navigate to our filter operations and we will stop the filters. All right, so we're going to isolate both sides, top valve and the bottom valve. We're going to bleed the air off, and then we're going to open the top of the skimmer. Now we'll pull the top off nice and slowly, set that aside, and we'll have a look at what we have. The birds are molting right now, so we have a lot of feathers coming through. All right, so now we're going to scrape the feathers out. Now they come out pretty good. They jam in a little bit, but if you work them back and forth, they'll just peel off in large bundles. Now this is about a week's worth of feathers through one of the 3 main skimmers. So when the birds are molting, we have to clean these about once a week. When the birds aren't molting, we only have to clean these about once a month.
Water flows from those big gray pipes through the skimmers and then is pulled in by the pumps. The pumps are the primary driver of the system, and they are moving the water at a rate of 3,000 liters per minute, which means the entire indoor penguin pool is clean about once per hour. So the first thing we need to do is make sure that water gets all the bits out of it. But the skimmers can only take the large pieces of material. We still have lots of tiny particulate inside the water. So for that, we use sand filters. The water flows from the skimmers into the big blue drums, which have 3 different sizes of sand grain, and the water percolates through those sand filters to remove all of the tiny little bits of material. This is also where we can lose a little bit of water from the system. How do you clean a sand filter? You can't just hose them down the way Nathan hosed down the skimmer. So we actually do something called a backwash, where we push the water in the opposite direction. This dislodges any particulate material from the sand filter, and we can actually send that out to the City of Calgary sewer system. We bring in water from the City of Calgary, but city water has something in it that we don't want in our penguin pool, and that is chlorine. Chlorine isn't good for the penguins. So how do you get chlorine out of the water? Well, the easiest thing to do is age it. We actually can leave the water to sit for more than 24 hours and the chlorine will dissipate, so we can continue to use that kind of aged city water into the system. So when we backwash the sand filters, we have to add a little bit of water, and we take in about 51,000 liters of water per week into the system for the indoor penguin pool. After the water has gone through the sand filters, we can say that it is clean. It doesn't have any material in it, but it doesn't mean it's healthy yet for the penguins. There still could be bacteria and viruses, and there's also been some penguin poo, so we need to disinfect it. However, we just said we don't want to add chlorine to the pool, so what do we use? Here at the Calgary Zoo, we actually use ozone. Ozone is an amazing molecule. It's the O3, 3 oxygen atoms, and it is a really volatile material. So it can actually destroy DNA and viruses. So it's a really, really powerful disinfectant. But we actually have to make our own ozone. So Nathan's showing us here the ozone room. We can create ozone from room air by first taking the nitrogen out of the air, compressing the oxygen, and using an electric current to produce O3 molecules, which then go into this big blue cone that you see in the water filtration room. This is called a Spiess cone, and it spins the water around, which increases the surface area of the water, and so that the ozone can kill any bacteria or viruses that are in the water. Now, we don't want any ozone to escape, so we actually use the next step, which are the carbon filters. So those will react with any excess ozone from that disinfection process. After the water leaves the charcoal filters, it is now clean and it's healthy. We have a couple more things to do to it before it heads back into the penguin pool. First of all, we need to take out all of the bubbles. When you visit Penguin Plunge and you look at the penguins through the glass, we don't want to have a lot of bubbles in our water because they'll stick to the glass. If you ever think about having fizzy water or a pop in a glass at home, you'll see the bubbles will cling to the surface of the glass. So we send the water to the debubbling tower where it trickles up and removes any bubbles. Finally, we need to chill the water. So we use a heat exchanging system where we use really super cold water to chill the penguin water down to about 4 degrees. From there, the water flows back into the penguin pool, and we can always see from the filtration room what the water level is in the pool based on this pipe. After the water flows back into the habitat, the cycle is complete. And this system, like I said, is always moving to keep the penguin water clean, healthy, and cold. Thank you so much for listening to today's Daily Dose at home and learning a little bit more about the penguin filtration system. Next time you visit the Calgary Zoo, you can look through the windows to be able to see this incredible system at work taking care of the penguins here at the Calgary Zoo. Thank you for supporting wildlife conservation, and thanks for watching Daily Dose at Home.